Hi guys, as you already know, October 29th revanche against Fury is cancelled due to whatever issue this time Fury has. Screw it, I will move forward and I will keep you posted when and against whom my next fight is going to be staged. I will rely on information from the sanctioning bodies, how they will move on with the titles that currently Fury has. I will keep you posted.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I want to make this quick video. It looks like Luis King Kong Ortiz. This is his social media page or his management's page, King Kong Boxing. Follow me. Make sure you guys give him a follow at King Kong Boxing. And their whole wall, the last couple of tweets, have been calling out Wladimir Klitschko, who now doesn't have a dance partner. Tyson Fury was declared medically unfit to compete and defend his titles that he got off of Klitschko in their rematch that was postponed again, and it was slated to happen October 29th. Now we don't know, because even though Tyson Fury was in the crowd at the Anthony Corolla versus Jorge Linares fight, I haven't really seen much from him directly. I've seen like his uncle or whatever, but King Kong's calling him out. King Kong just left Golden Boy, split ties. He's with Day Promotion, so he doesn't have any kind of contractual promotional blockages where he can't fight on this or that network, to my knowledge. And this is someone I'm assuming is affiliated with them. It says, Klitschko, King Kong Boxing, you want to fight? You got one right here. Luis is calling you out again. And then it's a picture of him. And career killer Luis Ortiz to Klitschko. I'll replace Fury, whoop your ass on 10/29. People are all for it. Ortiz versus Vlad, yes. Klitschko scared to face King Kong, etc. And you guys can follow them and go through the whole thread. My thoughts, I mean, this would be a better fight than Tyson Fury and Klitschko to me, because again, we've already seen that. And if he's not mentally fit, plus what I seen from the first fight, I don't see it being much more exciting. Luis King Kong Ortiz versus Klitschko, that stylistically is exciting. Both behemoth of heavyweights, you know what I mean, guys that are 6'4", 6'6", big, 240 plus pounds, 260 pounds, whatever. And Luis King Kong Ortiz, I made a video about this. The dude is a problem. I can see a lot of people avoiding him. I told you he's the dark horse of the division, and I'm not talking about his complexion. I'm talking about nobody wants to rump with him, and that's just what it is. He comes from the Cuban schooling. He has skill. I told you when I was watching the HBO telecast, I think it might have been the main event, Bryant Jennings versus King Kong Ortiz, and in those middle rounds, Bryant Jennings bounced back after being badly hurt in round 1, bounced back very good in round 2, and in those middle rounds, Luis Ortiz did something, and I was like, oh my God, it's a wrap. Because he started getting on his toes like Muhammad Ali and like had some bounce, and he was moving about. And I'm like, oh man, his big ass is moving like this. It's a problem for these heavyweights, you know what I mean? Because I never knew he was that mobile. I didn't know he could use his legs like that. So the fact that he's 6'4", he's cracking, and you know what I'm saying, he has smoke, plus he can get on his toes, that just shows you he has a deep schooling. The Cuban boxing program is nothing to play with. You know what I mean? A lot of great fighters come from that. The guy that just beat Shakur Stevenson, Rubinski, or whatever, I forgot how to pronounce his name. Him, Guillermo Rigondeaux, Lada. There's just a ton of talent. Mike Perez, you see different skills. Gamboa, you see very skilled fighters. And I'm getting sick of this new era of boxing where people have fights that fall apart, or certain guys that don't want to fight them, and they act like that is everything, you know what I mean? And the fact of the matter is, you have people calling you out. So it's like, you can't say nobody wants to fight me. Oh, I'm so bummed out I don't get the Tyson Fury fight. And then you have someone who's actually calling you out, like Luis Ortiz or so, whatever division it is, and then you just overlook them, like, oh, and ignore them. Now, to a degree, the only time I would understand it is if someone was drastically beneath you, you know what I mean, and they haven't paid their dues. But Ortiz, he's been on HBO before. He has an interim belt. He has a name, you know what I mean? If you want to fight, there's a person. It's like if there's a teacher and she has a class full of 30 people and she was like, no one wants to answer these questions on the chalkboard, and then some kid's raising his hand and you don't want to call on him, then that's your fault. Then, you know what I mean, you're overlooking that person. So the point being is you can't say you're being avoided. You can't be mad that you're being ducked and you don't have a fight, and then you have certifiable, credible names that you could fight calling you out and not do nothing. So I don't know. I haven't heard Klitschko respond to this, so I don't know what he will decide, but it's a good fight. And if you can't get the Tyson Fury, I know you maybe want the titles, but still, you gotta, you know what I mean, this is a tough challenge for him. Let me know what you guys think. Disappointed that Fury canceled the fight for a second time. I am in top shape and would have loved to retrieve my world championship belts. Now, I don't know about the belts because I don't know if they'll strip him, but if you can't avenge this, I mean, don't waste the training camp and maybe fight a Luis King Kong Ortiz. Anthony Joshua, I don't think that fight's going to happen. Eddie Hearn says he thinks that a fight with Joseph Parker is in his gut. That's more likely. So if the promoter's saying that, then you already know where his mind's at. He wants to fight Parker over Klitschko for whatever reason. Let me know what you guys think. Luis King Kong Ortiz versus Klitschko could be a hell of a stand-in and interesting fight. It's a dangerous fight. I don't think Klitschko would take it for a variety of reasons. High risk, low reward. His belts are with Tyson Fury, and I think he'd rather rematch Tyson Fury than to fight King Kong Ortiz. But hopefully I'm wrong. Let's see what boxer steps up to the plate and dares to be great in an instance that makes sense. Not jumping up 2 weight divisions or whatever. Dare to be great and take on somebody who is avoided. You know what I mean? Like Errol Spence Jr., like Luis King Kong Ortiz, like Yadima Rigondeaux. That's the daring to be great that I like. Let me know what you guys think. Share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.